Anyone
can be underrated.
as fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another week of the Underrated AF podcast. Whoa. All right, so we got episode 6. Pretty cool. We had a great time interviewing old boy on the last one.
Oh boy.
Sergio, appreciate you coming by.
Hey, dope show.
Dope show at the AZ Hip Hop Festival. Looking forward to having you again some other time.
That was hard.
That'd be cool. So keep a lookout for the interviews. Trying to line some up. Got some people asking, requesting to be on. You know, we're navigating. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think that this is super cool that on the actual episode now, we can really just
start, just firing off,
give the little
Yap.
those golden nuggets that we like to give people. But let's do. It's like every 2 weeks now we're doing this, right? So let's do a little
tangents and
little
rants.
update real quick. What's the update on Zay?
Ooh, so a little update on me. Last night, what I was able to do was work another fight event. And it's just cool to be able to, but this time I did a different position that I haven't done before, which was judging. So I got to judge the fighters. So now I've been in every single aspect of the fight besides the media, right?
So you've been fighter, you've been judge, you've been
cornerman, I've been everything
official.
Else. Official. That was the word I was looking for. But yeah, so it's just crazy being on every part of the promotion to see what gets the thing running, what gets the thing ticking, what gets the fighters going, what gets the people, the crowd excited. Because I get to see everything because I'm right there.
You get to see how the machine works.
Yeah.
That's pretty
so
cool.
It's that. Having that again always just ignites that fire again. You know what I mean? So it's always
that's like understanding the mechanics behind a video game.
Yeah.
So then let's say you're really good at it, right? But then you understand the time it takes to do this certain thing,
to hit this one thing,
energy
or hit the corner,
it uses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now when you get up there and go fight, it's okay, I know
everything's calculated.
I know how this clock is ticking.
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of
so
cool.
Now it preps me later for another fight. So, which I should be getting it. I should be getting a fight scheduled pretty soon. Which, boy, I'm so excited.
And this will be your first fight back since when? Last year?
Yeah, last year when I flew to Florida.
When was that? During the summer, right? I think, or no? Shoot, I don't remember exactly when it was, but
maybe around November.
When did they have that big hurricane?
Yeah, maybe around
Milton.
November.
Was it Hurricane Milton or no?
Something like that. No, Milton, and then the Milton's brother, cousin, or sister, and auntie or some shit. No.
All boy flew right into Hurricane Milton.
Oh, and speaking of flying, your boy now got wings.
Yeah.
Passport certified. That's pretty hard.
So ICE, stay away. My boy is official.
Well, I've just never had a passport before, so to finally get one now, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
She's silly.
So just a little updates on me, just getting everything lined up right, ready to go. Once you get everything ready to go, then you can take the pull shot and it's just click, 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 boom, pocket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And like you said, it makes it easier for potential international fights.
Right.
Hard.
So now
Canada, Mexico, watch out.
Thailand.
I mean, it could be anywhere, right?
Anywhere, yeah.
Europe.
Russia? Yeah.
Russia?
I want to fight Russia.
They like them some light skins in Russia.
I heard they like gap teeth, but I was just
just don't take any weed, because then you might go to jail for your whole life. And then I don't think Trump is gonna do an exchange to get you out of that prison. You know what I'm saying? Remember that really tall lesbian basketball chick? She got arrested in Russia and she was stuck there.
Brittany Griner.
I'm dead. Don't be a Brittany Griner.
No, I was yo, how did I forget her name? But yeah, Brittany Griner. Wow. But no, people ain't gonna catch me slipping because now I got all my rocks.
Mighty is a ninja. Ooh.
That's
All right, y'all. So Bliss announcements, Bliss updates. What we got going on?
Bliss announcements.
I'm like asking you. No, really just in that moment where I'm trying to like fine tune myself. You know what I mean? I got music's cooking every week. I got something. So yeah, y'all be hearing from that pretty soon. But like what I mean by like the fine tuning is like I don't know, like I'm really interested in focusing in on making sure I at least go do, at the very least, I do my chest day, back day, and my leg day at the gym. At least. You know what I'm saying? If I get those 3 done, you know, I'm feeling good. And like chest and tries, back and buys, whole leg, booty.
Whole leg booty.
So I'm aiming for that, and at the same time, kind of like, I'm not like on a diet, but I'm like trying to just eat
a little more refined,
a little less, and like if it's some junk, like I just won't eat pizza. Like I hate to say if I'm like on a diet because I'm not. Like I'll eat whatever I want, but like
shit if you are or not. Who gives a fuck?
I mean I do.
It's just a word.
Yeah.
The action is the thing.
But okay, yeah. Well, is it a diet or is it just like being conscious about what I'm putting
being
into my
more
body?
selective. You're not a dumpster diver. You know what I mean? Like just throwing everything in. Mm-hmm. You're being more selective.
I've never been like a candy dude or like a baked goods kind of dude. Giving them cookies.
What?
But yeah, I've never been that kind of dude, but I like good food. So like burgers.
That boy loves some beans, boy. That boy loves some rice.
I don't really like beans. I like rice. Oh, I like rice. Fried rice, Simi's Cafe.
Yo,
you know
shout out to Simi's. Shout out to Simi's.
Yo, I do like me some rice. It sounds like I eat that crap all the time.
No, he really doesn't. But yeah, it's not. A diet could be discerned in so many different ways. So it's just like, everybody would be on a diet because they're selecting what they want, right? So now you're just choosing better what to.
You know what I just thought of right now?
Better.
You know how I've been actively staying away from like political conversations because it takes my energy. So like, let's just say I was gonna have a conversation with you about politics. Mm-hmm. The 100% of my energy that I have total to use for today, right? That'd be taken away like 20%. So now all I have is the 80% to focus on music, focus on work, focus on relationships, focus on what I'm eating, focus on my physical health, focus on video games. Yeah, right. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't got the energy to waste on that BS. And there's a lot of things you could be wasting energy on. Like if I'm gonna say a few from example, like I don't know, going out to the club on a Friday, Saturday. Now I gotta find a babysitter. Now I'm spending money that I don't need to spend. I'm getting drunk. Like, I don't know. You know, it's just a lot of
people live for those moments. It's cool, yeah, but
here and there, you know what I'm saying. But it also is energy. If you did that 2 times a week, Friday, Saturday, every week,
God,
yeah. It's a lot of energy. So like me, I've been really.
It's a high like 45% of Arizona.
I've been really focusing on where I spend my energy, right?
No, yeah, you really have.
So with that being said, I wanted to take it back to were we talking about the eating?
Yeah.
I really feel I just had this epiphany kind of. I really feel like, let's say you got sweets, candies, baked goods, meats, breads, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
I'm seeing everything and I'm saying like, okay, what
is going to give me the energy to get this done?
Is this a waste of energy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or should I focus on something else? You know what I mean? And what I'm kind of like alluding to with that is, let's just say we're hungry, right? Are we going to go to Peter Piper Pizza or could we go to Chipotle? You know what I'm saying? It's just an example, right? So obviously you're eating out anyway. It's both eating out, but I'm just trying to give that example of like, okay, we're going to choose Chipotle because the pizza, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a lot, and it's not very
cheese, the this, the
not
that.
A whole lot of value, maybe, but
nutritional value.
I'm not saying Chipotle is amazing. I'm just like people, yes. No, but like rice, beans, you got your protein, lettuce. You know what I'm saying? Like you have it's. I just feel like it's better. Like it's a better value for your body, maybe,
for sure.
rather than like slices of pizza.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I was just trying to get to that. The same way I avoid stuff to keep my energy whole is what I'm kind of doing with the food a little bit.
Compartmentalizing it.
And I mean, it's cool. It really feels like using less energy on junk food really feels it's less stress.
Let me tell you. I feel like if you fix the kitchen aspect, the eating aspect, your whole life just improves. So it's kind of like, all right, let's just say you're driving a V8, right? And then imagine you've been putting regular oil and regular gas in your car the entire time you've had it.
I wouldn't know.
And then you give the synthetic, and then you give the premium gas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying how you'd feel afterwards?
No,
how
the car would feel
operate like afterwards.
So now imagine you're a V8. You know what I'm saying? And you've been doing
just like
regular oil, regular 87
like
gas.
87.
You know what I'm saying? And so now that you made the kitchen like more aware, now you're able to be that true V8. You know what I mean? That synthetic,
full synthetic,
oil,
91
gas,
on the
91
unleaded.
ready to go.
Right.
So now you're everything just feels good. You're ready to sleep good. You're ready to go good. You got ideas firing off. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
He said,
no, but that's how it goes. Like, I feel like you can't be a better you if you don't better you in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right. Yeah. And I don't know. I just like thought that's
really
just
cool.
fine tuning.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I don't know what it is. I just kind of thought of it, right? Like, oh, Bliss is currently fine tuning.
Well, no, it's just really cool
aspects
that
of his
you're
life,
able
yeah.
to also take the energy aspect and being like, this is going to power me up and this is going to dampen me down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
what the point is. Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very, very aware.
the pizza's going to make me tired and bloated and feel like this, but the Chipotle is going to be more nutritional value. It's going to have steak, the veggies, the this, the that, and then chicken or whatever you choose, and then that's going to make me feel at least a little better with myself.
Like, if you were choosing between two evils, at the very least,
Right.
Chipotle is the better
the
evil,
healthier
right?
evil, right.
Because I know there's people like, oh, you're eating out, you're cook at home, right? All that, whatever. I'm just trying to make a point.
I don't give a damn, but nobody got to say everything.
So Bliss is fine tuning,
That's really cool.
and we got music brewing. And pretty soon here, I'm trying to, like, I got to handle a couple things. Like, remember we were talking about track covers.
certain things.
Certain, like,
Just the
business
details,
stuff
the final
that's
details.
going to come with it.
Yeah.
Once we get those ideas locked in, I'm going to start putting out. But I'm currently already loading the clip. You know what I'm saying? The fun is when you start shooting at the range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm loading the clip. You know what I'm saying? And then also, he just put it up on social medias yesterday night, I think. So it's not like a secret. But JC Flames has an album coming out called I Signed Myself. And Bliss is on that album.
Shout out
So
Joseph
the single came out. The
out
album
Bliss.
will be more of a worthwhile listen because we got the track that we did remastered. So it sounds crispy. So yeah, you'll be seeing Bliss on that album. Oh, you'll also be seeing Bliss on an album from your boy PA.
That's right.
That's going to come out again pretty soon. Yeah,
Is that next month?
I'm not sure.
Or is that the end of this
I'm
one?
not sure, but he already sent it out. I
Yeah.
think. So
Okay.
we're talking like within the next month.
Couple of weeks,
probably.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, we'll be seeing Bliss. Couple albums. You said it.
That's pretty hard. That's pretty hard.
I mean, the JC Flames one was one that was already in the making. You know, that was in the past.
Whatever's in the making, it doesn't matter until it comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're
now
right.
everything's finally.
So yeah, I mean, when I post about it, then it's like, oh, new Bliss. stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So yeah, I know what you mean. Even though it's old to me, it's new to
Right.
who
Nobody
knows
else
who.
heard it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at the end
that'd
of
be
the day,
cool.
that's progress towards your bigger goal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. man, I want to, you know what I want
Don't
to
be
do?
off a degree a mile later.
I really want to like, so the music videos are cool, right? But I'm like, the thing I'm missing with the music videos, and I probably shouldn't be worried about it, is I want like a story to be told in the video. I don't just want to go
Bunch
perform
of
a
random
song
poses.
and it's a bunch of shots. So that works for certain songs.
Yeah, for certain songs.
But then there's other songs that I make
Travis
that are
Scott
more
songs.
they're more conscious, and you kind of want to you need some cinematics, you need some story shots.
You want to marinate
Like-
in the vibe.
Yeah, and I'm having a hard time with that because as of right now, I have some good music video guys, but like what I'm looking for is more of like a movie production.
Right.
So the hard thing is, like, I've looked up like a film companies in Arizona, bruh. For like
Taxing?
a light budget, you're talking like $3,000, and for an unsigned artist that's trying to run a podcast,
Right.
you know, paying rent, whatever, right? Like, it's a lot. I don't just want to go drop three grand, and that's on a light day, because you want extras, you want potential models. I don't know if we need them. You know what I'm saying? Like guys and girls. Like let's say I do a song that's kind of like a lovey-dovey song. I want to hire a couple, you know, to do the stuff.
lovey-dovey, right?
So it's like I'm trying to like level up. I just need to build some connections. I think because there's gotta be some little film crew, you know what I'm saying, that is really good at the same time, and they're trying to build themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could find something like that.
Oh, sure, for sure.
So if anybody's got some connections to like more of like a movie music video
Cinematography?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Videography?
Like Core does my videos from Valley Club. Pyro has done a video for me from, I don't know where he's a part of, but he's local. But I'm sure they could do it but I'm the one that has to set it up. So then maybe with them, I just need to hire separately, sort of like a production guy. That's like, okay, you're gonna do this shot here. Somebody that's gonna organize it, maybe. You know what I mean? A little bit more like a director.
Right.
That's what I need. So
Get this shot this way, boom, like.
Kind of. So with some of those guys,
You need to write out
maybe-
storyboards for those.
yeah, that's all it is. They'll do
Yeah.
what they gotta do. You know,
Right.
they're the camera guy, right?
Right.
But it's gonna come down to how good of an idea did I come up with,
Right.
You know what I
right,
mean? So
right. For
I
them
think
to shoot on.
I think actually what might fix that issue that I'm having with myself is if I hired separately, sort of a producer or like a director. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
And have them like tell them, hey, this is what the song's about. This is the
vibe,
the energy.
this
is what the story I'm trying to tell. Okay, let's get together with the camera dude.
Let's visually make this
Come
work.
up with
Right.
a movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's just me, an artist, going out. Okay, this is a cool shot. Let's do the first verse over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, but like with the very few videos I've done, I feel like I'm almost out of locations to pick. Like in
I
a
get
weird
what you
way,
mean.
it's
No, I
like
get what you mean.
Arizona. What do we got? We got Tempe Beach
Tempe.
Park. We got downtown Phoenix. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
there's only so many places to go. I'm gonna have to start choosing neighborhoods,
Not
And then-
Scottsdale.
and then watch me run into some rapper that thinks he owns the street or something. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just.
I don't know, man. Unless you like to sleep.
But yeah, that's. I just had a vent about.
Well, that's pretty
Little
good,
video
though.
stuff.
I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody is watching this and knows anybody that can reach out to somebody else wanting to get experience, potentially some payments here and there, you know what I'm saying? Shoot us a shot.
Yeah, and I'm not against paying $3,000 to a film crew.
I am.
Well, I'm not, and this is why. Because, well, I'm not opposed to it as long as I know what I'm getting out of it. So if I'm paying $3,000 and they're producing the extras,
Oh, that makes sense.
they're producing the direction.
All you gotta do
know what
is
I'm
show
saying?
up and
all
then
I gotta
give-
do is go and
perform.
they got a camera dude and a guy already that's like, okay, we chose this location. Here's blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna go here, then we're gonna go here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have an issue paying a higher amount of money for something that's set up already. But the problem is finding that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then these guys like to act like they're like hot shit. Like,
wait, so would that,
we're busy. Like,
would that technically just be a manager then? You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, but it's like a manager of the video itself. So what's that? It's a director. It's a, you know what I mean, a co-director. It's a direction person. They're leading the direction. You know what I mean? I mean, a manager would make it makes sense. There's just a different name for it.
No, I feel it. Yeah, I feel it.
Like, but yeah, like that's it. Because I have some songs that I don't want to just go do your average like record a verse here.
Right, and then just
do the chorus.
Move
there.
the next one. Right,
like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Next location. Right.
And
so how do you create a story with what you're trying to tell?
Man, it's hard, and then sometimes you kind of don't want to impose so much on these video guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like okay, show me that. Oh no, we got to do another side, and like yeah, you know what I mean. I know it sounds funny, but you still want to like I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, you're paying for a certain service, and if that service isn't coming out the way that you're paying for, we're gonna redo it.
Right. No, and yeah, I mean, I also don't mind paying more to some of the guys I know already to like make sure we get what I'm looking for.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you know, if we don't get it on the first take, we got to keep doing these takes and making sure
that the vibe is just right.
Damn, it just gets really, really tedious because it's like shot by shot or like, what do you call it? Like when you got this set of like a 30-second here. What do you call that?
A montage?
I don't know, but I'm talking about more of like this. Oh, scenes. Like this scene, that scene. Like no, it would just take a little more attention to detail.
That's it's just storyboarding it. So
like,
once you
okay,
storyboard
we need some
it,
B-roll right there of this, and like, you know what I mean? Like one that I really enjoyed that I did with Core was the old Worn Chucks video.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I said I wanna like show a part of the city that people would know a lot of, which was that liquor store right there on Broadway in Tempe. And then, but I wanted to portray it as like, this is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So it was an easy thing. All I did was go in and walk out with the purchase of the alcohol. But like, it was just a cool moment because, I don't know, I was just doing my thing in my state, in the cities that I'm here, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know, it was just cool. So it just takes a little more attention to detail, but with every single shot. You know, not just.
Well, I mean, you're putting that much detail into the lyrics, so why not do the shot? Oh, you know what it is too? You know how when we pick a location and we'll do a verse, just the whole performance of the verse. I think that's cool, but to be honest, I think that's more of like the extra stuff. I think the actual video needs to show a story or some sort of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then the movement
performance,
to a direction.
It's kind of like the extra subtitle commentary that's included in the video. You know, so we'll pop over to the performance and do a couple, like a line, but then it's going to go back over to
the storyboard.
What the feeling is, what the vibe is. What are we at a party? Dope. Like nobody's performing. This is just showing the vibes.
Right.
You know,
right.
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
So atmosphere. Yeah,
scenes. It's missing a lot of that stuff you could relate to because nobody could relate to like performing a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they could relate to me pulling up to the car wash. I just say it was opening, just an example.
Opening a Modelo.
And like yeah, and like two big titty hoes like rubbing soap on your windshield. You know, people, that's relatable.
People love that shit.
You know, rather than me performing a verse at a gas station. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a give and a take a little bit, but I think.
So you got to have a little bit more eye candy.
You know,
whatever that
be
might
a little
be.
More cinematic shots, B-roll shots, story. Who are you? What's going on? You know what I mean?
Why?
Like,
yeah.
What is the Bliss brand? Like you're talking a lot, but what, you know what I'm saying? Right. But what's, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
If that's all it was, then that's all it'd be. But there's always room to improve.
Yeah, and it could be as simple as like renting an Airbnb, and me and Zay are just sitting there watching football. You know what I'm saying? And then he's just getting a shot of me and you watching football, drinking a brewski. Like, yeah, and it's just it's a little 10-second shot spread out through the video, maybe, you know, and it just adds character. It adds brand. Like, oh, this is what underrated is. They're just real people, but like they're making music. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. Like, but yeah, that's a long-winded version of me trying to tune myself.
But that's what we need. That's what it's for. Underrated.
I'm dead. Where are we at right now? We are at, holy crap, 25 minutes in. Okay. How about let's get to the music real quick. And then if we got more to talk about, we'll jump into that afterwards. Cool?
Music.
Okay, so
Nuns.
music news. We got a couple albums to talk about. Okay, so you want to talk about the Berner album first, or you want to talk about the Shoreline Mafia album?
Just get that Shoreline Mafia out the way.
Let's get the Shoreline. Okay, so Shoreline Mafia, we're talking, let's see, we're talking OGZ, we're talking about Phoenix Flexin'. You familiar? Not very much. OGZ, I'm only familiar with OGZ because I feel like Darian has said something about him, my nephew. You know, like, no, he's like, yo, OGZ, I went to the concert. I don't know. He's one of these artists that's kind of coming up with the younger generation. I'm not familiar. They're like,
so he'll like tag along with like the younger generations, like bigger guys.
They sound like they're from the Bay Area. I don't know if you got that vibe listening to some of the music. Did you get like Bay Area vibes or no?
Got something.
Well, like, where's Too Short from? Are you know?
California?
I'm pretty sure this is Bay Area music, but okay, so they released an album called Back in Business. You know what I'm saying? It came out on April 4th for a total of 16 tracks. Cool?
For sure.
Okay, so my impressions of the album, you know, not going to run this album back. I think OGZ is a really good artist, and he definitely caters to his audience.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out a better way to like not talk crap about people.
Yeah,
because everybody's got their own taste.
I don't feel like we should talk crap about it.
But like, I'm not like an OGZ fan. I definitely respect his rap career and stuff. So like, hey, if he hit me up on some feature stuff, some collabo stuff, hell yeah, you know, let's work together and make something. Let's try to appeal to each other's audiences, you know. But yeah, Shoreline Mafia as a whole, I'm not very familiar with Phoenix Flexin'. Yeah, I know the Shoreline Mafia name sounds way more familiar to me than either of these guys. Like I feel like I've heard that in so many places. There's got to be more than them, just them two, right? Yeah, there has to be.
3-6 Mafia.
But OGZ definitely, I've seen him around here and there. Nephews talked about him.
The few.
I'll wait for Mighty to give the rating. That way we could give it at the same time. So what was your take on the album? How you feeling about OGZ or Shoreline Mafia as a whole? What do you think about Back in Business?
Caters to its audience for sure. There's a specific set of people that really enjoy this music. So I really hope you really enjoyed this album that was able to come out. Mm-hmm. For what it is, for what it did, 6.5, 7.
6.5. Okay. Let's see. I think the Bliss rating, I'm gonna have to give it. I think I would give it a 6.9. You know what I'm saying? Because like giving it that 7, that'd be like, oh, this is really good. I don't know. That's pushing like I really enjoyed it. You know, kind of. I think 6.9 is a good rating.
Right on the borderline of like,
and a good statement also. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is it fair that we rate things lower even though it's not our kind of music? Or what do you think?
This is anything and everything about entertainment is opinionized. So it doesn't matter what anybody says, regardless of where they're at. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if somebody's willing to listen to that rating.
Yeah, so the people that agree with us that they like J. Cole, they like Logic, they like The Weeknd, these kind of similar-minded people would enjoy this rating, right?
Or whatever. I don't know what y'all
And if you don't, then we don't care.
Underrated.
Yeah, I try to rate things very, very open-mindedly. So
Unbiased or biased? Was some bias in there?
there has to be, because that's all I am. I'm just Bliss, and all I can give is my
Bias Bliss.
Bliss. Yeah, like so back in business, 6.9. What'd you 6.7?
Back in business.
Or between a 6.5, 6.7? Let's just give it a
I would
6.6 for
I
you.
would hear it if you had it on. Let's put it that way. So 6.5.
Okay, that's fair.
But it was still vibey for its own thing, so that's nice.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Too Short. Yeah, shout out the Bay Area. I'm over here shouting out Bay Area, and I don't even know if they're from Bay Area. Sounded like it. Sounds good. All right. So cool. Keep doing you. Let's get into the next album, which I actually enjoyed. We're talking Carbon by Berner. Cool. So Berner, I enjoy Berner. This dude, I'm pretty sure he's an OG. He's been doing music for a long time. I enjoy his flow. He always sounds comfortable.
So is he kind of like a Joyner Lucas that didn't pop off yet?
Nah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Bro is like, if you talk to California people, like Berner is one of the OGs over there. You know how Paul Wall is kind of like Houston's like OG? I kind of feel like I might, I'm not too familiar with all the details, but I might go as far as saying Berner might be kind of like the Paul Wall, but of Cali. I'm pretty sure he's pushing like Bay Area too, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm just a messenger, and I don't know every single little thing about Berner. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I do know he's got a sick flow. He's an OG. Oh, also, bro releases music like crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally.
Like Blue Magic.
Bro just puts stuff out. And the same way I respect Tory Lanez, but he's in prison. But before that, he would just be putting out music, rapping, freestyling. I feel like Berner is of the similar work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
They got that dog in him.
Yeah. He got that dog, and it's like an OG dog to where he just makes the music now and he'll put out an EP.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Chevy Woods was on the album. That song was sick. I'm a big Taylor Gang fan. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Gang? What do you feel? You a Taylor Gang fan? Wiz Khalifa?
Shit. I mean, here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Tukey Carter? Yeah, who that? Fun fact, I ran security at an event one time that Tukey Carter and Ritz were performing at. And they ended up needing to go to the store, so I ended up taking Tukey Carter to the store. So that was pretty cool in my car.
Cool. Yeah.
Safeway.
The Mustang.
In the older gray Mustang.
Yeah. Darker gray.
Yeah, so cool little story. And we lit one up. Yeah, so yo, I never, ever in my life smoked one little puff of some wooden tipped joint and got as blown away as I did. I don't know what was in there. It might have been laced with some other stuff. But yeah, that was crazy.
Maybe it was just the whole environment of like what it was that
I don't know.
Fluctuated
Maybe.
Because there'd be sometimes
somebody had something on their lips, and when that shit was passing around, I got a little bit of that. Whatever the drug was.
You are hilarious.
No, I'm making it sound like worse than it was, but no, I feel like I got high really fast.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, back then you didn't really like dabble in too much like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we were dabbling.
He said dabbling.
Monty's like, ghost it, hit it. Fucking die.
Like, oh no.
So yeah, that was cool, fun little fact. But going back to Berner, yeah, my opinion on the album, definitely really cool. I enjoyed it. It's an EP. It wasn't that long, right? We're talking literally 6 songs, right? So yeah,
nice little vibe.
I think I'm gonna give it for what it is, because it's like 6 songs, right? For what it is, I think I'm gonna give it like a 8.2. 8.2. That's might be biased because I like Berner. So, Yo, Logic and Berner did a cool ass song that I have to show you. Really cool.
Was it recently?
No, it's kind of maybe like a year or two.
Oh, that's kind of recent.
Yeah.
Anything past 3 years for me is like, oh, okay, like, that was a minute ago. 3 to 5, it's like, oh, if you fall in that range, it's like, oh, that was a minute ago. But
I think you'll like
Berner's
Berner's flow on that song too. Yeah, I definitely got to show it to you. You've heard it before. But what's your take on the Carbon Berner album?
From what I heard, I mean, I don't remember listening to this dude before. I give it a 7.
7? And so this is you hearing him potentially for the first time?
No, you said I heard him before.
Oh, you have, but you never made that connection to who he is, right?
So the epiphany of...
Yeah, so as of right now, before... It's
kind of like knowing that one actor in a different movie, and you're like, oh, he's from this.
Yeah, before making that connection, you're giving it like a 7, you said?
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. I like that. That's a good rating. Because, yeah, like this isn't like one of his crazy, like, budgeted albums. It's like a little,
No, it's nice, chill. It's like vibey. It's like, it's nice.
Yeah. Cool. So, Berner.
If you want some background music to just vibe to, just chill, it's not bad. Like a quick little something.
7, 8.2. Thought it was worth the listen for sure.
Faux show.
All right, y'all. So, it's just funny. I'm going to mention this because it's like music related.
Do it.
So, we're done with the albums already. But, yo, I just seen a video this morning of Bernie Sanders.
I'm dead. What?
Talking to a big ass crowd at Coachella. Like, I don't know if he paid to talk or if somebody paid him to go talk to all these people, but Bernie. I don't jump into politics, but this was worth talking about. I never seen some Democratic dude. I guess he's like a socialist, right? But I've never seen somebody from the Democratic Party go to a Coachella event that has probably 100,000 people, and dude is up there talking about how we need a fight. I was like, oh shit, okay, like what? And the crowd was going. They were like, woo! So I mean, burn him up. I was worried for him at first because you see all these people at Coachella, and then
wait, who's older?
I'm pretty
Biden
sure.
Or
no, I'm pretty sure Bernie's old. I don't know. They're all old.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
because the other
old.
one's senile. So like, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least Bernie sounds like he got some brains, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's got like a good like footing to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
It's nice having a moral compass, right?
Yeah.
But I was worried for old boy because he's up there, right? It's just him in a suit with a mic, and you got probably one of the wildest crowds you're ever gonna get. These people are probably on drugs, maybe not. Who knows? They're having a good time, but they're there for music. They're not there to get, like a pep talk from a senator. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm dead. Imagine one of the artists brought him out to bring it down.
That's
so
a possibility. That's a possibility. I'm pretty sure he
right.
knew one of the artists, and then they brought him out.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I was worried when I was watching. I didn't watch the entire video, but I was worried for a second because I was like, "Damn, he's about to get like roasted."
Annihilated.
Like there's got to be somebody that's gonna be like, "My God," like I don't know. There had to have been somebody, but surprisingly, in that video I watched like a minute and a half of it. I didn't hear anything like that, and I was just surprised because people like to troll at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm not like I can't say I'm for one side or the other, but I can't also tell you that I wouldn't be out there like on some trolling type thing. You know what I mean? Just to be funny. Like, I don't know. I'm not on drugs or anything. But imagine somebody at Coachella. They've been there for half a week already. You know what I mean? Because they camp out and all this stuff, and they're on drugs, and it's hot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you see this bro up there, you have a moment to throw a water bottle at him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Would you throw a water bottle at Bernie?
No, I'm just saying though.
Would you throw a water bottle at Bernie?
I'm capable of being a human being.
Bro, you're looking at him. You're like.
I'm capable of being human.
I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just know what other humans could potentially be capable of, and I don't I would not bet my money on anybody.
So you know your intrusive thoughts and what other people are willing to take action on.
I just know how wild it's possible to be as a human because I can really control myself. Other people can't.
You're savage.
So I was just genuinely surprised that he didn't get a water bottle thrown at him.
I think maybe if he would have been like way younger, that probably would have happened. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Because it's a younger audience. So I'll respect you. But since he's like kind of like the older dude, he's kind of like Gramps. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So you think if he was like I get what you mean. Okay, so he's got the unk.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like,
no, you got a tier above that. It's like the Gramps unk.
Dub unk.
Yeah.
So,
That's hard.
yeah, I don't know. I just was very surprised that
It's a hard act.
I didn't see anybody like trolling him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
And
cool. I mean, everybody.
The crowd reaction to what he was talking about was, I guess it could be fake. Anybody can make a fake video, but I don't know. It seemed like they liked that he was there. So, yeah, he's cool. I think he's cool.
Tariffs.
Goddamn tariffs.
Goddamn tariffs.
Yo, this is some random other
Oh no!
thing.
What do we
now
start?
that you brought that up.
Oh no!
I had an order on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it got canceled, and it said something about
The tariffs.
China, and that
China.
my order had to be reordered. I had to go in and reorder it because the prices were changing with the item I got.
Whoa!
So
How much of a difference was it?
I don't know
$3, $2?
because I was like, I don't need it, to be honest.
Wait, now you got to tell us what you didn't need.
No, I'm not telling anybody my Amazon orders.
Hell yeah!
No, what if it was some lube from China?
Well, there you go. Lube from China.
No, but yeah, so I mean, I guess tariffs are
Going
a real
to China.
Thing. Oh my god, you might not come back.
China.
I guess tariffs are real.
I'll beat the shit
I'll
out
beat
of
the
a
tariffs
I'll
off you.
beat the shit out of a tariff, boy. What you talking about?
Oh, I see this video, dude. It was a guy that was like, "You're worried about tariffs? My middle name is robbery." He was just saying that, yo, I grew up in such poverty that I have never been affected by a single tariff in my life. He was saying, you don't know struggle until even taxes can't touch you or something like that.
Dead.
I was like, yo, you're speaking to the whole choir right now, bro. Like,
That boy preaching.
hey, you put just like we pay taxes every year and there's people that avoid paying it somehow.
Their entire life.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think if you get so in the system in like such a long amount of time, they're gonna be like, all right, where's he dropping off? Where's he at? Because now you're in the system, so
Right.
now every year you're on time. You know what I mean? So now they're like, but people that don't even start, how are they gonna find them?
well, you know something cool? Oh no, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, wait, this guy's a ghost. Like,
Yeah. What do we
like
start?
that one time you went to go make a big purchase at a dealership, remember? They were like, yo,
0.
you're a ghost.
Yeah.
You have, like...
For so
You
many
don't
years.
exist.
Yeah, for
Like,
so
what?
many years, dude, I stayed away from a credit card 100% of the way because I know how my mom is. And I was like, I know that's a temptation I would probably take advantage of.
They said, who are you?
They're like, yeah, where's your credit? How long have you been here?
We gotta run a background check.
Yeah, let me see your social and your birth.
I'm dead.
Passport.
Other cool thing. I don't know if you know, but they Nintendo put a hold on the Nintendo Switch USA pre-orders because they said something about they're waiting to see what happens with tariffs. And
Any system over fucking $500 is insane. The fact that system
that
is
thing could
$700,
put out
$800,
4K on a TV.
I don't care.
It wasn't that much. It was $550.
What was?
No, $450.
No, they said that this shit was gonna be like $750.
No,
$730.
that might have been like a little tariff rumor or something. But no.
I'm dead. I fell for it.
But no,
I was like, boy.
one of my friends put it on his story that he had one pre-ordered, and I was like, wait, how'd you do that? And I messaged him, and he said he used a VPN and pre-ordered it from Spain.
Cool.
And is having it imported from Spain. Spain doesn't have the tariffs. At least that.
What are you dropping a hot take?
I'm dropping a hot take. You want a console? make sure you put it. You order it from a state or a country that doesn't have the tariffs or whatever, right? But you got to make sure that that country allows imports into the United States. So,
Scalpers beware.
I'm just like, if there's a will, there's a way. Okay.
Oh, update us with your hobby. I want to hear you talk about that.
What, the Pokemon thing?
Yeah.
I'm dead. You want to take on that real quick?
So real quick, Mr. Bliss done jumped into collecting again, right? But the thing that he decided collecting this time was Pokemon cards, and he's been doing a really good job.
So when I do something, I like to do it well, right? So me and my girl,
back out. Huh? Blow that back out.
Me and my girl love Eevee, right? So when they released this prismatic evolutions for Pokemon,
Y'all just like little cute shit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Baby Yoda.
Yo, when we seen all like Sylveon, freaking Vaporeon, Flareon, Umbreon,
that's really cool.
Espeon, like I don't know, dude, they were just so cool, but it was such a gift and a curse because you can't find them anywhere. They're sold out everywhere, and not only that, these assholes are charging like almost $15 for one pack.
Whoa.
So they're scalping the hell out of them. So it's okay. We put Prismatic on a hold because Pokemon announced that they put Prismatic Evolutions. They're printing them crazy right now. So they already put a notice up saying that they're like aware of the scalping and all this, and that they're about to supply.
Well, anything with that, if you're collecting something for the value to resell, don't expect a lot of value out of this if they're reprinting a bunch of more. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now a card could be $2,000 and a whole reprint will shoot that card down to
it's a good thing I'm not interested in reselling.
Boom.
I'm actually putting together the master set of Prismatic Evolutions. I rip my packs. I'm not reselling shit. That is some petty ass scalping shit, and that's some BS. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And I've been getting lucky to find some stuff in the vending machines. So we're actually doing the master set for Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks, Shrouded Fable, and now Journey Together.
Oh, I have to tell you something because I have some insider news about when Stockaday is.
And don't worry if your boy gets some stock of some stuff I'm not collecting. I'll sell it for
trade bait
close to MSRP plus gas.
Just trade up.
Yo, I would trade a Journey Together booster box of 36 packs with a Surging Sparks box of 36 packs. Fair trade.
For what?
Well, like if I ran into another box of Journey Together.
You would trade both of those boxes for one Prismatic?
No. I would trade the Surging Sparks one for the Journey Together
one. 1-1.
Because we have a lot of Journey Together in our set already. It's not a very big set. The Surging Sparks one is a big set that came out last year. It has a lot of Pokemon. I almost fell asleep putting together the foundations of that master set.
That binder.
Yeah, but that one has a lot of Pokemon in it. But yeah, Surging Sparks, we're looking for that right now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hot take on Bliss if you didn't know.
I'm not paying a crazy amount of money for it either. You know what I mean? Like a booster box for Surging Sparks is going for like $40.
Yeah.
And brand new like MSRP is like $26. So I mean that's not too bad, but that's still $15, right? Almost. This dude was selling it for $50 on OfferUp, and I was like, "Yo, you take $42." And then he said, "LOL, no." I said, "Okay, Donatello." And that was his name on there. Yeah. I'm not being funny with it. That was his name. But I was like,
fuck you, Donatello.
Okay, Donatello. So yeah, that's just a little side hobby that's going on right now. But
that's pretty cool.
I'm ripping packs. I don't want nobody to see me at the store getting a bunch of product and saying I'm trying to scalp it because I'm ripping it.
I don't give a damn what nobody got to say. Whether they want to say this or that. I don't care. I'm getting the stuff and having fun with getting the stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not just taking 2 if I go to the store. I'm taking as much Surging Sparks as I can.
bringing me as an extra body so I can bring more packs.
Shrouded Fable, you could buy as much as you want of that on Walmart.com right now. That's not hard to find, but yeah, the Surging Sparks kind of hard to find.
Prismatic,
not as expensive. Prismatic, they want $70 for that little box of 6. You know that little tiny box, the little booster bundle? $70.
6 packs are in there.
6 packs are in there.
Yeah.
And then there's
but if each pack is going for 15, you said, wouldn't that be kind of worth it?
No. 15 is crazy.
No, I know, but
MSRP is like $5.
Oh, I'm dead. I didn't know
you could buy a single
like
pack.
$8, $9, $10.
If you find it, you could buy a single pack for like $5 MSRP.
I don't know.
They're charging almost triple. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That's white people stuff.
I hope they get like.
White people in Pokemon don't mix well because they always like try to get a little out of it. You know
white people don't mix well with a lot of things.
That's why it's just. You know what I'm saying?
They worry too much about being white, and then they do weird shit. I don't know.
White people, black people, orange people, purple people, pink people, red people, no people, all the people.
All the people. Wow. Imagine that. Imagine we all bleed the same color.
We're all the same color on the inside.
Isn't that crazy that people genuinely think a certain color is better than the other?
Well, a lot of people will think just because you got a birthmark somewhere in a visible place that you're lesser of a being.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So I mean, at the end of the day,
and even if somebody
no matter what people think,
even if somebody was right, like, for talking purposes, let's just say there was a white dude, highly educated, and a Mexican dude, highly uneducated. Okay, yeah, let's just say, yeah, you might be more intellectual, you might actually be better because you've learned and you've processed, right? But that doesn't mean that other person can't. Maybe he hasn't had the same ability to learn, but why does that mean that you're better? No, this other person just needs that opportunity to become better also.
I think better is just only in a better position. That's it. I think that's what people base a lot of things on. I don't think it's based on like skin color anymore. I think it's based on position. And there's too much ego out right now with social media. Mm-hmm. So now they're able to just be like, oh, I'm in this position. I'm clearly better than you. Plus I have a more following. So now it just all comes down to your relevancy in whatever race you are to now how much followers you have. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, I get what you mean.
I'm better than you because I got 10,000 followers. Okay, well now a 20,000 follower guy, I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got 20,000 people wanting to watch me.
Well, I was just saying, like, when you see somebody of a stereotypical color, whether that be black, Mexican, yellow, I don't know, whatever color you want to pick, I feel like some less intelligent people would prejudge and be like, hey, they're probably less educated than me, which might be true, but what I was trying to get at was that person has just the amount of potential you do. You might have just been put in a better decision. Maybe you made better decisions in your life. So, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean these other group of people or that one person is just not good either.
You know what the one thing that baffles me more than anything else?
What?
People have a mouth and unfiltered thoughts. And they mix those two together thinking that they won't get that shit rocked. Rocked. Like rocked.
You know what that alarm means?
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So it's been a great talk. I like to dabble a little bit in some topics a few times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this episode, like different from other episodes, I kind of dabbled a little bit into the political realm, but that's as much as I will ever give it. I'm going to give it 5% of my energy, and then we're going to move on to the rest of my
That's 5% more than me.
To be honest, I might even be able to give it that I gave it 0% of my energy because I was just talking and the waves were going. That didn't take anything away from me. I was
flow.
Just,
you didn't irregulate your flow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, most important thing, energy. Do I think I'm better than you for being more in tune with my energies?
Yes.
Of Quite possibly.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you ain't in tune with your
Stay
energies,
tuned.
you might be stupid.
So if you ain't in tune, stay tuned. You know?
But yeah, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna see y'all maybe before our next episode with another like artist interview or something. So we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Have a good one. Peace.